already know it's me, it's me. Hey, hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with the new video. It's Friday, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It is Flashback Friday. As you can see, I came in with Mary J. Blige's It's Me from her new album, Strength of a Woman. And this video is all about Mary J. Blige, my favorite artist of all time. I think y'all know that by now by watching every one of my videos. I've done plenty videos on Mary. I've done her in some of my R&B bangers. I just talk about her. I love Mary J. Blige to death. And this video is all dedicated to her. But I came up with this topic because every time It's Me comes on at work, like, I go off. Like, y'all know that it's one of these videos when I don't know what song Mary is doing, but now they have like a little I forgot what a little meme where Mary like going off, and every time that song comes on, I put it on Twitter. I let everybody know that song is on, and I go off like she is in that little meme that they got now. And this is the part that I really go off to. And this part right here, and y'all, I just go ham. Like, listen, it just go hard. Wow, oh, I ain't hiding nothing, it's me. Woo! Oh no, I wear everything on my sleeve. You already know, it's me, it's me. Woo! Like a stranger, it's me. Like, I just love that breakdown, yo. I love that breakdown. And it's like every time that breakdown comes in, I get caught like by like my boss or some of my co-workers, and I be like, oh snap. So you know what I did? I said, yo, I get caught with this song. It seems like every song where I'm getting like crazy and I'm going off and I'm dancing, it's always a Mary song. It's always a Mary song. I lie to you not. It can be, I can sing other types of songs, or I can be like trying to, go off like Mariah Carey when she was back, when she could sing, shade. But, they don't bother me. It seems like as soon as Mary, and it's like I be feeling it, somebody walks in, my boss or co-worker. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do a flashback video where I'm talking about my top 10 joints by Mary J. Blige that gets me moving. And all these songs I have got caught by my boss, some co-workers. So I was like, yo, I think this would be a fun video to do. So that's going to be my flashback. So hopefully you guys are ready to groove to some Mary classic by the queen of hip-hop soul and enjoy my craziness. So let me take a sip and let's get this right. Let's get this popping. Starting with number 10 is off the Stronger with Each Tear album. I remember when this album came out, and I remember when the song actually came out, the single came out, and my besties, Shelly and Nikita, we used to blast this in Shelly's black 2006 Nissan. And we used to blast this joint coming onto the campus, coming from the liquor store. Don't judge us, you don't know our stories. And we used to blast this, and it was like, you always get your Mary bop on with that song, you know what I'm saying? But the beat knocked. But it was like, you can always get your Mary bop on, but it wasn't until I saw Mary do this song live at the September 11th concert that Jay-Z did. And let me tell you, she was in it. And I was like, ooh, I got one. I got one now. I got what I can do with it. Because I was just trying to do my own joint with it. Because, I ain't see Mary do it live yet. So when she did it live, she did her own joint. And I was like, oh, that's hard. And she was feeling it, yo. The crowd was going crazy. Like, they lost it because Mary was doing her own thing and it was hard. But the joint, every time this joint comes on, like, we go off and I go off. And it's the one. And here we go. Let's rock. Here we go. No one. Stop looking for, I'm the. Stop looking for, I'm the. Stop looking for, I'm the one. Yeah, I'm that boy that you know I'm the one. Boy that you know I'm the one. Hey, man, yo. And now when I was now I be trying to rock off like Mary, right? So, you know, one day I was at my desk and this came on and I'm the one. And I'm just going off and I'm trying to do what Mary was doing. Like she was losing it on stage. It was like Mary lost it. And one of my co-workers called me rocking to it, yo. It was crazy. And he was like, yo, you love Mary, huh? And I'm like, it's in my headphones. So I'm like, I'm looking at him like, how you know about Mary? How you know about the one? And this joke was so funny. He was like, I listen to Steve Harvey in the morning. So Steve Harvey played it one morning. And I liked the song. So I downloaded it onto my computer. And then now I hear it in your headphones. Because, yeah, I do be blasting it. But I didn't know he knew it. And he was kind of older than me. So I'm like, how you know about it? And he was like, oh, yeah, I like the song. I listen to Steve Harvey. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, it is what it is. And I was like, you should love Mary all the time. And I gave him a look like, okay, I like her and you should like her. So we was going back and forth. But it was so funny because I was so in it. And then it was crazy. He just like looked at me, was like, yo, you love Mary. And I'm like, how do you know it's Mary? And it was crazy. And for him to say, yeah, I listen to Steve Harvey, I was just like, wow, it took Steve Harvey for him to know this song. But it is what it is. But I thought that was so funny for real. So coming in at number 10 is the one by, I'm about to say by Mary J. Blige. But coming in at number 10 is the one. Number 9, coming in at number 9 is the highly underrated song from the London Sessions. When I heard the first single, I never forget, I was sitting in my house and I had my desk near the wall and I was just vibing and they was like, yo, Mary just released her new single. And I was like, whoa. And I was like, when I heard it, I was like, yo, Mary yet again is proving why she's my favorite artist, because it's like she did an EDM record, but it still had that hip-hop bounce to it that we love from Mary. You know what I'm saying? It was like, and with that, it made me excited about the London Sessions. It really, really made me excited, and it was taking me back to the Mary album because it was her being an artist. And it was like she was getting into other genres. It wasn't all about the hip-hop soul, but it still had that kind of bounce to it. And, yo, it was just hard, and it's crazy. When I hear it, I go off, and here is right now, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Oh, this right here. Here we go. Don't be the same for you no more. Woo! Our love won't be the same for you no more. Woo! Ah, I love that joint, yo. Like I could go, yo, I lose it, yo. And like it's like, and then it's at a part where I feel like the soul from Mary was coming from this, and I love this part. And this is the part where I really kind of go off, and it's about to come in. Okay. Woo! You played too many games. Woo! I go off to that joint, y'all. Like, man, listen. Mary, I always feel like that part is like me and Mary dancing and we singing that together. Like, that's how I feel. I feel Mary's soul on that joint. And she was trying to tell Can't Do, get your shit together. Like, for real. It's like, but of course he didn't pay attention to it. But screw him. He's a loser anyway. But right now got me busted by my boss. This wasn't even a coworker. I got busted by my boss, right? So, I thought I was in an area, because, you know, I test things. So I thought I was in an area, y'all, where nobody would be at. So when that part came up, I'm like going off. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And you think you would feel somebody behind you, but I didn't feel nobody behind me. I didn't feel nobody was behind me or anything. So I turn around. It's my boss. I'm like, oh, man. And then my boss just smiled, and he's just like, you really be into your music, huh? And I was, and I just laughed. And he was like, and he just left. And then right after he left, I rewinded that joint back. And I was like, play too many games. I was like, I don't care. Like, I love that joint, and it just like, it just, something comes over me, and I just feel it, and I just go crazy. So I love that record. And like I said, as soon as he walked out, and after he was seeing, I was still doing my work, but I was kind of moving. He was like, you really love your music? I was like, yeah. Like, giving him the laugh. And when he left, I put that joint back on, and I started rocking again. So coming in at number 9 is Right Now, or the London Sessions album. Now, coming in at number 8 comes from the Share My Word era. Now, I might get destroyed by saying this, and I said it in my Share My Word video that I did. I'm going to put it in the more info box. Y'all can check that out. I did not like everything. I never liked it. It just was too bland for me. I wasn't a fan of it. I actually thought the song was corny. I thought it was a little corny. I'm sorry. I thought it was corny. But when she did it on the tour and she did it live, I loved it. It made me love it because I felt more of the soul in it. It just felt like the song was just too bland for me. And I was just like, oh, it's all because of you. I'm like, but when she did it live on the tour, she brought the soul into it. But when she came with the remix, y'all, it was over. I loved it. Of course, the D Nice joint, Call Me D Nice, got me for sure because I love that record. And every time it comes on, I just go crazy. And here's the Everything remix, and that's coming in at number 8. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. And when you hear something fresh, it's me. Hey, love that joint, yo, love it. And then the video is such a feel-good joint. Like, the video is like, it's like fun. You know, Mary just doing her little, you know, 2 thing in there with her different colors or whatever. And then she was in some, you know, Asian outfit or whatever. But Mary killed it. The video was fun, and it's just the beginning. And this is kind of like Mary letting you know I'm here, and here it is, and I love this part. And here we go. It's all because of you. I'm never sad and blue. You brighten up my day in your own special way. Whenever you're around, I'm never feeling down. You are my trusted friend, and you I can depend. Take me out away, and you bring me paradise. Yo, love this joint. But of course, it's one time I get busted with this song, right? I get busted with this song. And it's at this part where I get busted. And it's almost at the end. It's like, I couldn't wait. I got busted almost at the end. But it's this part, and I just get too live with it. And this is the part. And I got live with it, and of course I got busted, and I explained. But it was this part right here. Here we go. One more. Yo, what y'all wanna do, huh? Yo, what y'all wanna do, huh? So when that part's coming up, I'm trying to do like they were in the video. Like the video, they was doing that. So, you know, I'm like, what y'all wanna do, huh? So then my boss walks in. And he was like, well, what I want you to do, Lamont, is keep on working hard. Because obviously, this music is making you work hard. And I just laughed because I was like, damn it. I got busted again. I'm sitting here working, not thinking he's nowhere. And I'm just getting into what y'all want to do, huh? And then he comes in and he's like, well, I want you to keep working. That's what I want you to keep doing, Lamont. I want you to keep working. I'm like, so I swear, y'all, I laughed and I was just like, I'm sorry, I apologize. And he was like, it's all right. It's all right. You working. All right, just keep it down. I'm like, damn, yo, like, I keep getting busted. But it didn't matter, because then as soon as he left, y'all know what I did. I went back to this part. I said, hey, I got busted, but it is what it is. And I went back to this part. And taking out you suckers because you don't know how I do it. So I did that, and then, but it was just crazy. I'm at the end and I get busted. It was just like, okay, why couldn't he come in after all the, I was darn near done with the song. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. But coming in at number 8 is the Everything remix. Now coming in at number 7 is coming off the Stronger with Each Tear album. This joint, me and my mom blast every time we coming from the bar. We love it. You know, this is a joint where, you know, it's a feel-good joint. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's just a feel-good joint. It makes you feel good. And the song is called I Feel Good. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. To that part. And here we go. That's it. I feel good. Like the moon is shining just for me. Don't you try to bring me down, though it's not like you could. I feel too damn good, say, ooh, ooh. I feel too damn good, say, ooh, ooh. So, yo, so I love that joint, but this time I didn't get caught by my boss. I actually got caught by a coworker. And it's crazy because it's Friday, you know what I'm saying? We just got paid. I go in a little early because I know I'm getting off early. I'm about to hang out with my peoples and, you know, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? So that part comes up or whatever. So I get to this part and this is what happens. Crazy. But here we go. I feel good, ooh, like the moon is shining just for me. Ha! So that's just me, you know, because I'm going from one room to another. So I'm just gliding like, hey, I got my orange juice in my hand like it's a drink, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just going into the other room. So my coworker that's my dude. His name is Ed. And so I didn't think, you know, I turn around. And he like, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Why are you dancing like this? I'm like, well, damn, I thought, first of all, nobody was here. Secondly, it's Friday. We just got paid. I looked at my bank account, and I was very pleased. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? The rain could come. The moon can shine. The sun can shine. It don't matter to me. I just feel good. You know what I mean? So he was just like, he looked at me while I'm talking and he just started laughing and I was just like, hey, look, you might caught me, but it don't matter. I feel good. I feel good. Hey. And then when he left, moon is, I went back to, hey. Tonight I'm fly as I can be. Woo! Don't you try to bring me down, though it's not like you could. I feel too damn good. Sit. Ooh, so I didn't care, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, damn, I get busted again. But it wasn't by my boss, it was by my coworker. So that was good. So coming in at number 7, it was I Feel Good off the strength of, not Strength of a Woman, Stronger with Each Tear album. Coming in at number 6 is from the Love and Life album. Now, even though I was disappointed when I first heard the album and the collaboration with Puff and Mary again, we were so excited because it was like, we're going to get, and she said in the DVD, we're going to get a My Life to the 10th power. So it was like, okay, cool. So then it was like, but it kind of fell short to me. It was just like, but then I realized they was trying to do something with the key person that wasn't there. Chucky Thompson. He wasn't in the mix, and he was all about the My Life album. So you're going to do the My Life album and feel like it's going to be times 10. You got to have the person that did damn near all the music. It was Chucky. So I was just like, okay. But maybe a month before Mary came out with the first single. When I heard it, I loved it. I was anticipating the album. I was so ready. I loved it. I was like, let's get it. Let's go. And when it comes on, I just go off. So if you know what the first single is, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Good for love on the very first night. Ooh, it must be love. Woo! You had on the latest fashion. Woo! So, you know, at the end of the day, if y'all don't know, I love Tribe Called Quest. So when they used the Hot Sex beat, it got me already. So I was like, yo, okay, Mary, all right. And then to have Method Man. And Method Man's verse, I don't care who you are, you got to get hyped. It's like, yo, he did Mary's whole discography to that point where she was. And it was crazy. I was like, yo, he killed even on the DVD. It was like, Mary was like, yo, did you hear Method Man with his rap? He killed it. You know what I'm saying? So when every time that part comes up, I get hyped. And if y'all don't, y'all gonna get hyped right now because that joint bangs. And go ahead, Method Man. Here we go. John Blaze in the hip hop and R&B. What? You can't smell everyday eyes without a JB. Now back to the matter and the sex on the platter. And I ain't mad at her. You go, mama. Now I'm old comma. If you can take a look at my life, no more drama. Now you know. Woo! Now you know. Method Man killed that joint. I get hyped every time his verse. I might have messed up his lines and I got to be quiet, come back in, but it's all good though. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But like he killed it, and then the video really, really gets me hyped. You know what I'm saying? Because Puff and Mary goes off at the end. So of course me loving waiting till that part comes up. I always wait till that part comes up. So yo, when that part comes up, this be me. This be me at my desk, y'all. See, y'all getting a taste of what I be doing at work. And you know what I'm saying? And I be grooving at work. Just like I be grooving now, I groove like that at work. But listen. Woo! Dang, I wish I could get up and do it, but that's how they was killing it. You know what I'm saying? I love when it gets to that part. Like, I just remember that video. So now every time that part comes up, I just be trying to kick my leg out like what Mary do and doing the spin and all that. So I remember one day I was at my desk and that part came up and I got up. And you know, I think everybody was kind of like doing what they were doing, but I'm in the area by myself. So I got up and I just started doing it. And then I just started singing and I started singing and doing all that, and I'm singing the chorus or whatever, right? So this black engineer walks in, and he was like, yo, you jamming the Mary and Method. And I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, I am. I was like, I am. He was like, yo, when Mary and Method Man get together, yo, it's magic. And I was like, yeah, you right on that, but kind of what you need, because in my mind I'm like, you're messing up my Mary right now, like what do you want, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, yeah, he might have busted me, but he knew it, but it was like he wanted to kind of go through a story about Mary and Method Man. I'm like, dude, I'm on my Mary shit right now, like what do you want so you can go about do what you do and I can go back and do what I'm doing and get into my music, you know what I'm saying? So it was all good, but I just love that part at the end with just Mary and Puff is going off at the end of the video, and it's just like they was taking you back to the 90s, what they do, and it was just dope, you know what I'm saying? So coming in at number 6 is Love at First Sight off the Love and Life album. Coming in at number 5 is my favorite Mary remix ever. This remix, they used the what beat. Mary made it a whole new song with Mr. Cheeks. When this joint comes on, I don't care where I'm at because it's a favorite remix of mine. I go off. It doesn't matter. And if you don't know the song, it goes a little something like this. Get to the good part, and here we go. Ooh, I hope y'all feeling these joints. I hope y'all feeling them. I know I am because that got me sweating in joint, y'all. So y'all know it's real. But here we go. I'm going down. I'm going down. I'm going down. But that second verse, this is what gets me when I'm at work. Please tell me why you feel this way inside. I really need to know so I can ease my mind. I wanna make you see that I'm everything you need. Your every wish, your dream come true, your fantasy. Woo! So I wasn't dancing too much, but I was at my desk and I was just kind of like rocking to it, and I forgot that I was at work. Mary puts me in a place with her, and I'm with her, and the joint was rocking. I'm just starting to sing, and I'm just like rocking off to it. And two of my coworkers kind of walk in my area, and they look, and I looked at them, and I'm like, yes. Look, I got an hour before it's time to roll. I'm vibing to Mary. What y'all want to do? You know what I'm saying? And they looked at me, and they just laughed. And then I was just like, whatever. So then I turned it back around, and I was like, I'm going down. But I did it quietly. I didn't, you know what I mean? I toned it down. I'm like, come on. They looked at me. They might have laughed and thought it was funny. But I was like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I love Mary. So, whatever. So, coming in at number 5 is I'm Going Down remix. And it's kind of like the My Life era. So, that's that. Coming in at number 4 is actually coming from the Mary era. Now, to me, and I feel like this is what everybody should know, this is the album where Mary really transitioned herself into an artist. It was her, you know, really going back to what made her fall in love with music and being an artist. And it was like the transition stage. And so this album didn't have a lot of fast songs on it. You know what I'm saying? But this joint that she did with Nas and DMX, she did it in this era. But it just didn't fit the album. And it made sense. You know what I mean? It really, really makes sense. But when this joint comes on, it don't even matter because the joint rocks. I got it on my Mary album on my phone. So it's on there. It's like the last song, but it's on there. But when it comes around, I rock off. And if y'all don't know, it's called Sincerity. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. All I need is sincerity. I say insincerity. I mean sincerity. That's funny. That's funny. Woo! This joint been kicking, y'all. Woo! But it's crazy because I have my phone on shuffle, right? So, you know, I got a lot of songs on my phone, and a lot of it is Mary's catalog, basically. So it's like this song shuffles through my phone a lot, and I'm like, damn. So it's like 5 days a week, I literally hear Sincerity at least 3 times. At least 3 times I hear this song. But it's like always at this part. It's like with this part right here, it makes you get your gangster on. And it really makes me get my gangster on. And it's like some little, you know, slow little bop joint. But it's this part right here. Here we go. Oh, woo! It's just like you just get your little bop on, right? So, of course, I'm getting my bop on one day. You know what I mean? And I'm getting my swag on with it. I'm like, and that part comes up, right? My boss comes in yet again and catches me like vibing. And he just looked at me. He was just like, you know what? If this music again can keep you working as good as you work, you keep on listening to it, you keep on jamming. And I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, once he left, I turned my headphones up, and I was like, hey, come on. Hey, so I just kept rocking on. I was like, hey, he said keep on rocking, and he know I'm working good, so it's all good. And one thing I like about Sincerity is that Mary put it in the Deep Inside video, because it wasn't on the album, but I think it was the B-side of Deep Inside, and she did like a little dance break in the video. And I was happy that she did that, because the song is just so dope. And it's crazy because I see a lot of people really like this song. Like, a lot of people really dig this song. So it's definitely a favorite of mine. Definitely a top 20 Mary joint for me. And I just get my gangster on it because it's just so hard. It's just so street. You know what I'm saying? So coming in at number 4 is Sincerity off the Mary album. Coming in at number 3 is the single that was released 25 years ago today. It was Mary's first single ever. Wow. And just to think, I'm doing a video on the day that she released her first single 25 years ago. That's crazy. Oh my God. That's just dope to me. And it's just a banger, a classic. Like, yo, it's like when it comes on, you gonna rock to it. But I can't because YouTube be acting stupid. So I'm gonna come from this part and we gonna rock. Here we go. It's a deja vu, honey. Don't you know that you remind me? Woo! I saw you before, baby. It's a deja vu, honey. Don't you know that you remind me? Woo! Classic. You can't tell me you don't feel that joint. It's like after that beat drops, after Mary do her little scoot that whoop whoop joint in the beginning, and that beat drop, it's just so hard, yo. It's just crazy, yo. And it's a classic from Mary. Like, you come out with your first single and it was #1. Like, that's just big. You know what I'm saying? And she was just starting a whole new change in music. And wow, 25 years later, she's still standing. Favorite artist of all time, yet again. But I remember last year, I was at work. No, it wasn't last year, because last year I went to Cancun because my birthday is a day after the release of the album. So the album came out July 28th, 1992. I was born July 29th. Y'all need to know the year, but it's all good. But it was crazy. I was rocking to it one year at work, and I remember just getting to this part, and of course I got busted, as y'all can tell by now. But it was this part right here, and here we go. The way you're dancing, you really like to move, yeah. You remind. I saw you before, baby. It's a deja vu, honey. Don't you know that you remind me? Woo! So, of course, I was jamming. And you know what's so crazy? Because it was the anniversary. I was blasting it like crazy, right? So it's at the end of the day. And I'm just chilling, you know what I'm saying? It's time for me to, clock out. It's time for me to roll. Thinking everybody gone. So I start singing that part, right? So then the custodian comes back, and she's like, I guess she was there. And once this part came in, I could kind of feel her in the back. So I looked back, and she was like, oh, you jamming to some classic Mary, huh? I was like, yo, Mary always get me in a vibe, and I didn't think nobody was here. She was like, look, that happens to me all the time. I be in a vibe with Mary, and, I be looking up, and then it's like maybe 20, 30 minutes later. I'll be like, well, damn. And I was like, we was having that conversation. So it was dope to have a fellow Mary fan. I might have got busted by her. It wasn't like a busted thing, but it was like she caught me rocking, and she was like, well, I'm a fan as well, so I understand. So Coming in at number 3, You Remind Me. 25 years ago today, y'all, she released this single. So dope. Oh my God. Beautiful. Beautiful joint. Classic record. You Remind Me. Love it. 25 years old. Now, put her in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I ain't gonna go there. Let's go to the next joint. So, coming in at number 2 is a Mary classic. She does it on tour. Everybody wants to see her do it because she does her, she does a 2-step to it. Everybody try to do it. I'm gonna try to do a little something while I'm sitting down because I can't really move like that. But I'm gonna try it, and I think y'all kind of know by now. Everybody loves when Mary does this joint, and as soon as that beat comes in, it's like everybody like, "Yo, Mary." Here we go. Hey, 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 woo! Hey, hey, woo! I don't, baby, there's no need to tell you. As far as I can clearly recall, my love has been here for you. See, I'm trying to do the tour version. Y'all see that? When she do call, if y'all have been to a Mary concert, y'all will know what I'm talking about. But anyway, and we just love it when Mary does it. So when the song comes on, you try to do what she does. And we love it, especially when her and Puff do it on stage together. Like when they was on the Bad Boy reunion tour and they was at Madison Square and they did it on stage with each other. It's just so dope because, again, they take you back to the 90s and they just be so rocking, him and Mary. It's like you could imagine them two in the clubs like going off. You know what I'm saying? Like them two battling. You know what I mean? So, I did a video maybe about 4 months ago. I did my favorite R&B remixes of the 90s. And I played this song, and I played this part. And this part, like in the beginning, where I tried to get my 2-step on, it's, in that beginning, I just kind of just rock off because I kind of wait to the part where I think I can do it at, and I do, and I try to get my 2-step like her, and we going to try this again, and hopefully it'll look a little better than it did when I first did it. But here we go. It goes a little something like this. Woo! Don't you look no more, love without a limit. So, it's crazy. Like, when I was listening to this, because I was, getting ready for the video, so I was trying to get into that mode and get into the feeling of this record. And one of my coworkers, again, walked into my area, and they was like, "What are you doing? Like, what is going on?" And I'm looking at them like, I know you can't get on rhythm, and it's all good, but I wasn't shady like that, yo. I was just like, I'm dancing to Mary, okay? And they was like, every time I come back here, you either sing it to Mary or you dance it to Mary. I'm like, look, man, she's my favorite artist. I love her. I'm sorry. Mary just does this to me. She makes me come out of my own body, and I'm somebody else. I'm not Lamont that you thinking right now. I'm somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So he was just like, man, you really love Mary J. Blige. I was like, I love her to death. I love her. She's like, if I ever meet her, that'll be one of the artists that I will cry. Her and Janet, I will cry. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, it was crazy. And every time I think about that, it's like now when it comes on, I kind of like, now these songs that I'm giving y'all now, it's like now I don't really go so hard with them because I'm be like, I don't want to get caught with it. Because every time a Mary song comes on, I get caught. So now I just do it in my head. So when that part comes up, I just be like, like in my chair, and clearly when I'm doing it like that, nobody catches me. So I keep it simple. So coming in at number 2, Love No Limit from the What's the 411 remix album, and that joint is a classic. We love when Mary does it. Love it. Coming in at number 1, it's coming from What's the 411 album, track number 11, which is my favorite song after Love No Limit. I love it. It's just, It just goes so hard, and I wish it was a single, but it couldn't be, because if you had Real Love as a single, I get it. But God, I wanted this to be a single so bad, because it's just so hard, y'all. But here we go. If you don't know it by now, if you don't know track 11, but here we go. You wanna be with me, changes I've been going through, cause I wanna be with you. Woo! Bump, 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 bump. Woo! Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yo, look, like for my birthday, that's on my playlist, cause I goes off to that song. I love that song because it's so hip-hop, but it's yet so soulful. Like, it's really the definition of hip-hop soul, in my opinion. Like, a rapper could have been on this, but for 5 minutes, Mary, it was all her, y'all. And like, she killed it. She killed this joint. And that's why you gotta call her the queen of hip-hop soul, because she the only one that can do something like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, this is the part of the song where I got busted. And it was the part where it kind of goes, it's no music, and then it's like Mary kind of humming and all that, but I just play the part. It goes a little something like this. It's crazy. I'm like, damn, always getting busted. But here we go. Go back. Here you go. Don't you wanna be with me? Woo! Come on, yo, that joint feels so good, yo. So when I was at work, right, and I don't care if I'm in my car, I'm at work, I'm at home, I goes in on this. So actually, y'all, this is a song that I haven't got caught yet. Or I might have did, and I might have didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Because this song kind of shuffles through my phone a lot too, and every time it come on, I'm rocking to it, and I don't care. So they might have saw me and probably was just like, whatever, and just turned around. It didn't matter, but I love this song. And I think if they would have called me, I'd have been like, so what? I love this record, and maybe you should love it too. It's called Changes I've Been Going Through, and you should check it out, because you will move with the record too. So, but I haven't been caught. But out of this song, at work, I goes ham on it. So I had to make this the #1 record for real. So that's #1, Changes I've Been Going Through. Those are my 10, y'all. The 10 joints that I go crazy at work, or I get busted at work. And this, the joints, number 10 was the one. Number 9 was Right Now. Number 8 was the Everything remix. Number 7 was I Feel Good. Number 6 was Love at First Sight. Number 5 was I'm Going Down remix. 4 was Sincerity. 3 was You Remind Me. 2 was Love No Limit remix. And number 1 was Changes I've Been Going Through. All classic Mary J. Blige joints. So now I'm going to end this video. Hopefully, I hope Capitol Records or the BET, you know, staff is watching this video, and they're gonna watch it, because look, BET, Mary has been in this game for 25 years. Let her open the show. Let her get the first maybe 20 minutes. Like, let her, like, come on, yo, what's a 401 to strength of a woman? She has been doing the damn thing for 25 years. She is the blueprint of this hip-hop and R&B lane. Like, let Mary get her shine on, yo. So, you know what I'm saying? Let her get that, for real. Let all the receipts show. Let everybody know the receipts, because Mary got receipts for days, shorty. For days. But, you know, Mary, listen to me. If you do this 20-minute segment, I want you to end with this song. I want you to end it with this song, because this song is needed right now. It's a summer smash. It goes in, and we need this single out right now. And here we go. Goes a little something like this. Throw it in your face like, yeah. I know you heard this one come. You were so clever, but baby, you know I knew better. Woo! We need this single right now. Capitol Records. Right after Mary get off the stage, with this song she ends her set with, y'all throw this single out. We need this song out. We need Strength of a Woman to get pushed more. I know y'all probably done with Miss I Kissed the Girl because look, whatever y'all tried to do, it didn't work. So let's go to Mary. Let's get Strength of a Woman back up in the top of these charts here. Get Glow Up out. Get the video out. Let's do this. But y'all, this is my dedication to Mary. 25 years in the game. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.